Hello, I'm Zachary Bishop, the curator of the DuPage County Historical Museum at Wheaton Park District, and I'd like to give you a personal tour of our exhibit, Ballots of Power, A Century of Women's Suffrage. Ballots of Power commemorates the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote in 1920. The exhibit explores how DuPage County women participated in politics before and after they were able to cast ballots in elections. Prior to the 19th Amendment, American women participated in the political process by campaigning and raising funds for candidates and causes, lobbying politicians, participating in boycotts, and signing public pledges. This apron and head wrap were worn by women campaigning for Benjamin Harrison in Iowa during the 1888 presidential election. Women began participating in volunteer organizations that advocated for local and national political causes much more heavily in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Some of these causes included the fight for temperance, which was the abstinence from alcohol consumption, government reform, education, and women's suffrage. DuPage County women formed women's clubs and other organizations to fight for these causes and others in their local communities. American women on the East Coast began organizing to fight for women's suffrage in 1848, but most DuPage women did not join the fight until the late 19th century, after many towns in the county became economically developed and women gained more free time from household labor. In 1891, attorney Ellen Martin and 14 other Lombard women went to a polling place for a local election. Martin argued they had the right to vote because Lombard's town laws said that all citizens above the age of 21 could vote in elections, without specifying the gender of those citizens. So Martin and the 14 other Lombard women became the first women to vote in all of Illinois. Many DuPage women supported women's suffrage and participated in the movement, but mainly traveled to Chicago and other nearby cities to participate in events and marches. This dress and hat are an example of what a suffragist might have worn in the 1910s. Suffrage leaders often encouraged women to wear white dresses during marches, because most women had a white dress, and white was said to represent the purity of the suffrage cause. In June of 1910, the Illinois Equal Suffrage Association organized an automobile tour of northern Illinois, during which they traveled to 16 towns and gave speeches in support of women's suffrage directly from their cars. The suffrage organizers were welcomed by supporters of suffrage in Naperville and Wheaton. Illinois women gradually obtained some voting rights before women won the right to vote with the 19th Amendment. The Illinois General Assembly gave women the right to vote in school board elections in 1891 and presidential and local elections in 1913. The ratification of the 19th Amendment in 1920 gave Illinois women the right to vote in all elections. In the 100 years since women won suffrage, DuPage County women have used their power to vote in earnest by running for public office and advocating for change. Lottie Holman O'Neill of Downers Grove became the first woman elected to the Illinois General Assembly in 1922. She served in the Illinois House of Representatives and then the Illinois Senate for nearly 40 years, retiring at the age of 63. In her early years as a legislator, O'Neill supported bills that gave women equal rights, improved state aid for children with disabilities, and other progressive causes. She became more conservative in her later career, opposing federal income tax, excessive government spending, and the United States' entry into World War II. This is an outfit that O'Neill wore while legislating in Springfield. Several DuPage County women followed in O'Neill's footsteps, serving DuPage County as elected officials in all levels of government. Over 20 DuPage women have been elected to state-level offices, and countless others have been elected to county, township, and municipal positions. Giddy Dyer of Hinsdale became the first woman elected to the DuPage County Board in 1961. She served for 7 years on the board, and then represented parts of DuPage County in the Illinois House of Representatives for 12 years. Margaret Hamilton became DuPage County's first woman mayor when she was elected as the mayor of Wheaton in 1969. She had previously served on the city council for 10 years and served as mayor for 2 years. Several other women became mayors of DuPage County towns after her, a few serving up to 15 years, like Vivian Lund of Warrenville. Two DuPage women have served at the national level in the U.S. House of Representatives. Judy Biggert of Hinsdale represented Illinois' 13th District from 1999 to 2013, and Lauren Underwood of Naperville has served the 14th Illinois District since 2019. DuPage County women have also made their voices heard in politics by participating in political and social activism. Local women have served their political parties by joining the Republican and Democratic women's organizations that formed throughout DuPage County in the 20th century. These groups have aided in the election of officials from their parties on all levels of government by fundraising, educating voters, and organizing campaign events. The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan political group that was founded in Chicago in 1920 by women suffrage organizers. The group encourages all citizens to be active participants in their government by encouraging all to vote, educating people on important issues and the stances of candidates, and hosting forums and public discussions. DuPage County women have participated in the League from its founding up to the present day. During the feminist movement of the 1960s and 70s, DuPage women joined women across the country who protested and lobbied for equality in the workplace, their families, healthcare, and other areas of society. Local women played an especially active role in lobbying for Illinois and other states to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment in the 1970s, as these artifacts showed. The amendment has not yet been ratified as of 2020. DuPage women have participated in the feminist movement as it has changed and grown up to the present day. This picture shows a national organization for women protests that occurred in Naperville in 1989. DuPage County women have long made their voices heard in politics despite traditional gender norms and discrimination, and they are far from done. The 2018 and 2020 elections saw a record number of DuPage County women elected to offices on all levels of government.